Hello, I'm Dave, and on this video I'm going to show you how to draw Carnage from the Spider-Man series. So follow along, enjoy the process, and let's get right to it. So this drawing of Carnage, I would say you should definitely stick around to the end, because this drawing, it really seems a little intimidating at first, but then it really comes together at the end. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe right now and click that bell for notifications. And I'm going to be doing some more Spider-Man, so Carnage, Venom, Spider-Man drawings and paintings, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So with this, I started out with the head. You can see I kind of drew a very lightly colored line down the center, and then that's where I started drawing the top of the head, then the bottom, and this is the bottom jaw right here. Now I only did a slight outline for the mouth, but I'm not gonna actually draw the mouth with the pencil. I'm gonna let the paint markers do that trick at the end, or when I get to that part. So now I'm doing the round, those like half ovals, half like oval shapes for the muscles on the back arm and the front and the back of the left arm. You can see the claws right now. I'm just drawing those in. And then a little bit of like that fluid, that liquid, that of the Carnage suit coming off of the body. And now this is the left leg. And the good thing about this is you don't have to put too much detail into the body of the character if you're gonna color it in. You can let the coloring part take care of that for you. So now the right leg, and then we zoom out just a little bit, and now you can see I'm going to draw the foot. And this is like a Carnage version that you would see like in a comic book. Yeah, so if you ever collected those Marvel comic books back in the day, I don't know if they still make them, but this is kind of like the way that it's drawn in those comic books. A nice action shot, full body of the villain Carnage. So now the right arm, you can see that back, the muscle in the back right there. If you mess up any lines, I mean, you could erase if you'd like, but yeah, I didn't erase when I drew that line on the inside of the right side of that chest, just because I'm gonna color it in, and you could kind of use those lines to just add to it. Really, that's kind of the good thing about this character, is that he's got so many lines through him and throughout him, and that splash of that suit coming off, you can kind of just work with it and use whatever. If you accidentally feel like you didn't draw something correctly, you could kind of just use it to add to it. So now I'm coloring it in with the red, not going all the way on these on that splash that's coming off of the suit, just because I'm going to outline with black, and the black is going to really bring everything together. So now the goal right here is just to color the whole suit in with red, except for the eyes where it's going to be white, and then the mouth where it's going to be pink. And so you can see I'm coloring everything in that needs to be colored in with red, and it's basically the whole thing, except where I could tell on those splashes where the suit's coming off. There's going to be several parts of that are just black, so I'm not fully coloring those, but filling in the hands, the arms, legs, and the main part of the body and the top of the head. So there we go, it's all red. Now I'm using the black paint marker, and I'm just outlining all that where you see that liquid coming off of the body, just outlining all that with black. And then I'm also covering in the suit. You could almost imagine as I'm doing this that the suit's kind of just taking over its body from the leg up, and then that black's going to be spreading throughout the suit, and it's just going to make him come to life, make Carnage come to life. So you get those lines in there. Outline the head a little bit with the black. I wanted to kind of skip ahead and do that part just so I could see the head part come together, and then work around and get those details in there. And if you're right-handed, you might want to just work left to right, so that if you work right to left on the paper, sometimes you drag some of the paint behind if it's not fully dry, so you just want to avoid that. So yeah, now I'm just doing some sharp lines up and down around the mouth, and that covered the pink that I had already drawn in. Now I'm getting these lines on the top of the head, and now back to the bottom right leg, and outline with black, and then I'm just doing these nice lines coming through, not necessarily in a pattern, just in a good different you got to keep them a little different, just to give you that I don't know, that good action shot. And now the claws, the hands with those sharp claws. And I'm getting that detail in there. So you see it's slowly taking over the body. It's transferring from the bottom right leg to the head, and then that right arm, and we're moving over to the left side of the body. And getting those lines in there. So you can see where it would look plain red, you can still see that on the left side, and how on the right side it really came to life once you put those black lines in. And this method is a lot easier than trying to draw the black lines in first and then coloring it in with you know, red in those little spots. It's just a lot easier to do the lighter color first, which is going to cover the whole suit, and then outline it with black and get those details in there. And getting those random lines. Making those lines thick in some places and thin in some places, so you just get that variation there. Now finally outlining the left leg and foot, and again getting some variation, a little bit of that liquid suit coming off, and then that final detail on that leg. And it kind of just looks like a vein system running through, but you see it on the outside, and you're doing it with black. So very creative from Stan Lee. Awesome character. Here it is, Carnage. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that bell for notifications. I got more Spider-Man stuff coming your way. Thank you.